Excuse the crazy hair, but it's pre-travel day. So today will be filled with prepping Hope's cottage along with Jackie. He's my helper. This is Jackie, my little travel companion. He's almost 15. He's my buddy. Okay, so come along with us as we prep Hope's cottage, my little RV, to hit the road in about 2 days. First thing to tackle is laundry. Because my little cottage is very small, I do not have a washer and dryer set up in here. I am looking forward to my next rig because it will have a washer and dryer. I'm super excited about that. So I'm going to get the laundry going. I've already started organizing, and then I'm going to head over to the laundry room. I have my first load of laundry loaded up, ready to ride over to the laundry room. Here we are in the laundry room, one of them at this RV park that I'm staying at. It is a bathhouse, so there's a washer and dryer, 2 bathrooms, very nicely appointed. The light will come on. So we have granite countertops there. Nice tiled in shower, lovely shower. Very clean and neat. While the laundry is doing what laundry does, we have a few minutes to be at the dog park to let Jackie have some open and free time. So at most RV campgrounds, parks, resorts, however they're labeled, they have areas for dogs and pets to have a gated area for them to roam free and enjoy. I always try to keep Jackie more by himself, just simply because he is a smaller dog and I'm just nervous that he'll get trampled. What you doing, Jackie? Sometimes he'll run after me. Maybe we can play chase. Jackie! Okay, now the laundry is still doing what laundry does. It's drying. So it's time to kind of prep for a little bit of lunch. Today I'm going to have leftovers from Farm View. So I'm super excited about that. Probably will have some strawberries for dessert. Yummy. Another part of my pre-prep work prior to travel is to double check my refrigerator. I have been very pleased with my first RV camper. My Hope's Cottage is a 2024 New Camp Tab 400 Boondock Black Canyon. So I have full lithium and solar, and it has just been a great unit, easy for my Tesla to pull it. I've had no issues at all as far as mechanics or any failures or leaks or anything. But there are a few things that do kind of bother me that I must make sure and stay on top of. And one of them is the refrigerator. So let me show you what I'm talking about. We have Jackie in the background. So as you can see, I have the door open. I am defrosting it. It is not a frost-free unit. Now, most RVs in the smaller type category, they are for weekend warriors. And what I mean by weekend warriors is they're only really using them on weekends and not living in them full time. I have been in mine full time, so therefore, this has been a little struggle. So I will say that this is something that I would, really be glad to not have to do when I get the next rig. Okay, so let's talk about this whole refrigerator thing again. The campground that I'm staying at was gracious enough to let me put my food that was in the refrigerator in the office refrigerator so that I could defrost, okay? So I don't have to, as far as my pre-travel for every trip, I don't have to defrost this refrigerator. It's on an as-needed basis. I have been stationary here for about 2 months. So now that it's warmed up, springtime, humidity's coming up, temperatures, etc., it was time to do it before this trip. So I just wanted to make sure that all of you knew that I wasn't allowing my food to spoil. Refrigerator is defrosted. I've turned it on. Now we need it to cool down before putting the food back in there. Okay, while the refrigerator is now cooling down, I'm gonna head back over to the laundry room to check on my first load of clothes. They should be coming out of the dryer. Then obviously I will scoot my second load over to dry and start my next. I do have several loads. Remember, as I said earlier, I have been stationary at this location for a little over 2 months. So I really like to have everything cleaned up and ready to go. So when I get to my next stop, I don't have to worry about these things. It's like coming home to a clean house. Only mine is the tiny cottage. My first load of laundry has been folded and ready to go in my laundry bag. If you notice the black bag in the back, that is for my clean clothes. Over here is my dirty clothes laundry bag. And up here is my bag that I have selected that I use for all of my laundry supplies, detergent, wool dryer balls, fabric softeners, all that kind of stuff. All of it nice and neat in my bag. As you can hear the laundry going in the back, the washing machine and the dryer. My comforter is going in the dryer, and then I have another load going of wash. My comforter is now dry and folded. The next load is going, both wash and dry. I'm just rocking and rolling today. Now let's head outside and I can show you some things that I do for pre-travel out there. It's been a busy day. So I'm outside of my cottage now, and let's go over some things that I do right before I hit the road. Here is my setup at this current location. It is full hookup, gravel sites. So when I travel and prep everything, in this case, I'm gonna have to do it a little bit differently because I have a work event that I'm going to, which you'll find out on the next video after this one, that is going to require me to do a hotel stay, and then I will come back here to the little cottage prior to hitting the road first thing Monday morning. With that being said, normally I do a good flush of my black tank. Okay, so let's walk over here. And we're gonna lift up this. So this is where so I have a little shower thing. That's where my water hookup. And then it has the nice little Nautilus there. So you have all the different settings, if you're sanitizing, if you're on city water, if you want to power fill the tank, boondocking, all of that. So love this connection. Now you may be saying, why don't you run the hose through the bottom and up through? Well, I have found, y'all, that it ends up, there's a little thing under here. Don't mind, it's a little bit dirty in here. Do you see that? Well, it pinches my hose and cuts off my water flow. So I have found that my water flow is better by just letting it sit like that. Okay, so when I leave for, which would be on Monday morning, I would already have the tanks empty. So you see the black handle, that's for your black tank. The gray is for your gray water, sink water, shower water, okay? I am currently now, I have obviously those valves closed, but normally when I'm staying in a long location, I will keep the gray valve open. And then about a day or two prior to when I'm scheduled to leave, I'll close that valve off so that I have that sink water, that gray water, to flush out my sewer connection hose. And that way it sort of cleans out from the black flush. So you would always flush out and release the black tank first, let all that gunk go through, and then your gray, which would then kind of clean out that hose and it gets it better for storage. Another thing I like to do is go in my box up front. This is where the small propane is. Now on this new camp, I can run electric heat or propane. There is a 2-burner cooktop, so the gas can be used for that. I actually have an IKEA induction cooktop, so for the most part, I try to run this unit on all electric. So what I'm gonna do is grab the extension cord, and then I'm gonna clean this stuff out, and then I'm gonna come in with my shop vac, and I'm gonna get any, loose debris, maybe there's some leaves and stuff like that, and I'm gonna vacuum that out and get it cleaned up. Here's my little shop vac, and I'm not sure if all of you know, but once you move the hose to the different hole in there, it becomes a smaller blower. And when you're in a compact space like I am, it really does a 2-for-1 for you. Okay, I have my actual water filter and all disconnected. I have connected my auxiliary hose. There is no other water outlet at this campground, so that's why I had to disconnect. And now let's get to just rinsing this camper off because the pollen is just crazy. As you can see, there is water all over the ground. When I hooked everything up, apparently my nozzle is like busted. I had water spewing everywhere. There is no time today to run out and get another nozzle. So therefore, the rinsing off of the cottage will have to wait until my next stop. Well, that's a small sample of my routine when I'm prepping to travel. That's all I'm going to do for now. I do need to tackle the inside this evening. I use my little handy shop vac for that because it's so small in there. I wasn't going to bring all of you in there with me. So there's also things in the inside that you have to get ready. You don't leave things on your counter. You know they'll get thrown around as you're traveling. So some of those things are just really minor and they only take just a few minutes to do that. So that probably will be like more first thing Monday morning when I head out. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video for now, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. Remember, hope is the whisper of possibilities. And remember, hope travels.